All right, Bobby El Jefe Flores. You've been around in the boxing scene here in Houston for a long time. Run a couple of gyms and what have you. I think I first met you back down in Pasadena, right about when I first started this thing. Tell me about how you first got involved in boxing in Houston.
I got involved actually in boxing in Mexico, and then I have a dual citizenship, so I go to Mexico and I come back to Houston. I started in Monterrey when I was about 13 years old, and I fought out there a couple times as an amateur. As I got older, you know, I did other things and started playing football, baseball. I was living here in Houston, so then I ended up at Ray's boxing gym, and I had to cut my hair. Ray asked me to cut my hair. I was there for a while, for about 6-7 months. I said, I can't cut it. About 15 years old, he said, you gotta cut it. I left to another gym. I ended up at Walt Haley, and I was with Walt for about 5-6 years.
Okay.
And Walt's like a father figure to me.
Yeah.
And then I ended up going to Walt, when Main Street, the old Main Street burned down. Walt went to Lee Candelito's, and I stayed at Main Street. I ended up training with Cliff Jacobs and Jose Vasquez. And when I was about 19 or 20 years old, I decided to open up my own gym. I opened up my first gym in South Houston. And then from there, I moved to Pasadena. And while I had the Pasadena location, I opened up a gym in Jacinto City at the same time. Then I opened one up on Navigation.
Okay. And so it's the Aztec...
It's Puro Azteca boxing gym.
Right. And do you still have it running? Or?
I sure do. It's at 420 Broadway.
Okay. And you still have just the one location now then?
Just one location now.
Okay.
It's a little hard to keep 3 or 4 locations.
I would imagine so. And then how many kids you have coming in there, and you know, how's that been going for you?
Right now I have probably about 20-25 kids, and it's been hard. It's been hard because most of the rent's paid through me and my cousin. A lot of these kids can't really afford the rent, you know, afford the monthly dues. So basically I'm just trying to give back to the community, you know, help out the kids. I grew up in the neighborhood, and you know, boxing helped me. It got me through high school, college, and now I'm a father of 3, and I hope my kids, you know, go the right direction. If it wasn't for boxing, I'd probably be somewhere else. Most of my friends would get in trouble at a young age, and I was one of them, but you know, boxing directed me the right way.
And now you've turned pro. You turned pro a few years back, and you had some pretty early success. I probably saw your first fight. I can't remember. You won a few fights, and then but you lost one fight. But let's go back to say your first couple of fights. What you remember?
As a matter of fact, my pro debut was a loss.
Okay.
I fought a guy named Yul Witherspoon. He was a all-arms force national champion. I knocked him down like 13 seconds into the first round. It was on a Browning card. As a matter of fact, that was his last Browning card. It was heavyweight explosion. You know, I'm not gonna complain. You know, it could have gone either way. I thought I gave him the second and the third round. The fourth round, I knew that the fight was even, and I gave it all I had in the fourth round. I was tired. You know, I came out, I was real nervous with a lot of people chanting my name. I didn't expect a big crowd like that to show up to support me. And after the fight, I think I took like about 6-7 months off. Then I fought on a card at the DNI, and I think that's the card you were at, right?
Well, I've seen you fight a few times.
Right.
And so the next several guys you fought, you pretty much smoked through them pretty good. I mean, you're a pretty decent sized guy, and
decent size. I'm about 350.
You're about 350. That question was coming. So you're a huge guy, and you have a tendency to sort of just overwhelm a lot of the guys that you have fought, and so. Pretty much all the rest have been knockouts since that first one, right?
Correct. I've had 7 pro fights. I have my 8th fight coming up. I mean, 8 pro fights, 7-1 with 7 knockouts. And basically the last 7 guys I have, you know, I've got the right guys in front of me, you know, and that's basically what they do with all the upcoming fighters. You know, I'm 30 years old now. I'll be 31 this year. And Mexican heavyweight, there ain't that many Mexican heavyweights around. There's one making a lot of noise out there, Chris Arreola.
Sure.
You know, in 2007, I was ranked number 3 in Mexico for the Mexican national title. That's one of my goals, to fight for the Mexican national title. All my favorite fighters had it: Barrera, Morales, Chavez, Salvador Sanchez, you know, Pepino Cuevas. So, you know, that's my main goal, to try to get a shot at the national title in Mexico. And like I said, the right guys are in front of me. You know, my weight is a big factor. If I need to get my weight down. You know, at 350 pounds, I can only do so much. So like I said, I thank my management team. They're moving me right. That's exactly what they do with everybody that's coming up. You know, all the fighters that have won world titles, all the fighters that have done something, they move them around, they move them right for the first 10, 15 fights. You know, anybody could win in the fight, but you know, they're bringing the right guys.
Sure. And what do you know, if anything, about this guy you're fighting at the Stafford Center coming up here? Are you not, or are you on that card, or are you on a different card?
I'm on that card. I fight the 23rd, April 23rd, at the Stafford Civic Center. It's a new promoter, Chris
Hennard.
There you go. And I'm excited. I haven't fought in over a year. The guy I'm fighting, I think he's from Tennessee or Missouri. I'm not sure. I don't know much about the guy. I really don't know much about the guys till the weigh-ins. And you know, I'm just ready to get in there and fight. Like I said, I ain't fighting over a year. I pulled out of like 6 or 7 fights last year. I was hurt. I hurt my back. I pulled my sciatic nerve. And now, thank God, I'm healthy, 110%.
And you know, it's got to be quite a rush for you. You do have this huge crowd that comes in and really cheers for you and makes a big splash, helps you make a big splash as you enter the ring. That's got to be a lot of fun.
You know, I've been very glad to have a big support from all my friends. It's it's just something that, like I said, I've been very lucky. I have a lot of support from a lot of people. I'm a likable guy. First of all, I'm hard to forget. I'm a big 350-pound Mexican. Everybody meets me, they think I'm Samoan or something. Now, I got that crazy haircut. I'm just very glad to have a big following. Most of the people that come see me, most of them don't know much about boxing. They're just people that come support me. A lot of people from my neighborhood, a lot of people I met through the years. And, you know, I think everybody likes to see knockouts, so every fight I get in, you know, every fight I fight, whoever it is, I'm going to come out trying to throw every punch with bad intentions, you know. Try to give me a knockout. If I don't give me a knockout, I don't give me a knockout, you know, but that's what I'm shooting for in all my fights.
Well, you're 30, and so you still got a little bit of time left for heavyweight. That's you know, certainly nowhere near the end of your prime, and we wish you the best of luck in your upcoming fight and your future career.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right.